There is an anchor over on the CBS Evening News. She does the big signature 22-minute show every night that's so tightly wound and tightly scripted. And I can say that to you because I used to work there. Right? So I remember you get 10 seconds for your live tag. God help you if you went 11 or 12. You know, the producer would be calling you up, Trish, what did you do? It's like, I don't know. I took a breath. Everything was so scripted and everybody's so tightly wound. Well, they don't like Donald Trump over at CBS News. You may have picked up on that along the way, maybe in some of the 60 Minutes interviews with Kamala that they made her look so good in, right? Everybody's upset about the editing there that went down. Well, they had a reaction to some of the trash talk. And if you ask me, this anchor, and gosh, I want to like her. She's Irish, you know. I'm simple. I want to like her. But I'm listening to this and I'm like, everything is so scripted. And they don't seem too happy with Donald Trump making a lot out of the trash talk. I'm sorry, lady. This is politics. And we're in the final stretch. What do you think? Watch.
We are now 6 days out from Election Day. Nearly 60 million votes have already been cast in early in-person voting and through the mail. And the latest polls suggest the race could not be tighter. Both campaigns are locking their focus on the battleground states. Vice President Kamala Harris rallied in North Carolina and Pennsylvania today and is in Wisconsin tonight. Former President Donald Trump was in North Carolina earlier and tonight is also in Wisconsin. He landed in Green Bay just a short time ago and then pulled this campaign stunt, speaking to reporters from a garbage truck, proof that he and his supporters are giving no grace to a gaffe by
no grace. Stunt, no grace.
President Biden, where he and his
just a gaffe by President Biden. I mean, calling half the country garbage, that's just a gaffe.
Explanation inadvertently called Trump supporters garbage. This, of course, was in response to that racist joke about floating garbage told at a Trump rally just last weekend. Vice President Harris is distancing herself from the negativity and trying to drive home her unifying message that if elected, she will represent all Americans.
Oh, my goodness. And trying to send home her unifying message. Oh, my goodness. So I'm going to remind you how tightly wound this show is, right? Because you can't go beyond the 22 minutes and maybe 19 seconds that they give you for the entire thing. All the commercials are in there ahead of time. All the scripts are in there ahead of time. They have a program that's designed to time everything out, and they will literally parse words down to the syllable, okay, so that you make sure that you are on time. That's why Nora reportedly has to rehearse first. She really likes to rehearse, and that was kind of an issue there. But can you blame her? I mean, you go 1 second over, and it's game over. So she very, very specifically scripted this to be that way. I don't know if she scripted it or the producer scripted it, but it's clear they don't like him very much, right? And everything was directed at trying to make Kamala seem like the total hero, and Trump seemed like the evil villain because he dared to have the common good political sense to do this.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Yeah. You know what? I get it. You guys don't like the covers of the New York Post last night or today. No. You don't like this, right? It is a dumpster fire. That's exactly what it is right now. And I just don't know how she's going to pull out of this. I honestly don't. I think she was disliked to begin with. I think people resented the fact that they put in this woman out of thin air after Democrats had already elected Joe Biden. I think they resented the party for not giving them more of a heads up. I mean, the logical thing to have done, would it not have been, was to get rid of Joe Biden ages ago so that you would have properly primaried him. And, well, you know, he shouldn't have even been in it, right? You could have primaried him, but you probably just didn't want him in it. It's kind of like the Carter thing all over again, right? I mean, they put Ted Kennedy out there and the primary didn't go that well, maybe to expose some of Carter's flaws, but Carter couldn't win that thing. And Reagan came in, he swooped in, and it was massive, just massive. And you could actually start to see the same thing again. You really could. By the way, happy Halloween. See, I got my costume. I'm all ready to go. I'm Catwoman every year. You just drag out a black dress and have a little mask, and I'll be all set. Are you guys going trick-or-treating? I got to get candy and stuff ready for the kids a little bit later. But yeah, I should branch out. I've occasionally thought about Wonder Woman, but I just keep coming back to the Catwoman thing. It's easy, right? It's really easy. Anyway, I digress.